1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Landmark Implement helps you put dirt in its place with increased accuracy and greater speed thanks to the John Deere Smart Grade. This fully integrated 3D grade control system boosts job site productivity and reduces labor costs with fewer passes and less wasted material, meaning more bids won and higher margins. No masts, no cables, just clear views of the job site. Visit your local Landmark Implement today and discover the profit-boosting power of the Smart Grade and experience the Landmark difference.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Serve Nebraska is inviting you to help thank volunteers for their service to our communities. The Step Forward Awards are Nebraska's highest awards for volunteer service, and you can show your appreciation for their hard work by attending the awards luncheon coming up on October 4th in Omaha. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. Made possible by sponsors like Omaha Public Power District. Paid for by Serve Nebraska. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Nebraska State Veterans Homes are here to serve veterans, their spouses, surviving spouses, and Gold Star parents. Join your fellow veterans and their families at one of our homes in Bellevue, Kearney, Norfolk, or Scottsbluff. With a sliding scale to determine your financial contribution, an excellent clinical team, and plenty of fun activities, our homes are the perfect retirement choice. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/homes. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break, and then a week after retirement, he was flipping burgers in a what would you call that truck? A
food truck.
Food truck.
What kind of truck would that be with food in it? Words are hard. What is that? There's a truck. They show up. They show up at noon, and then they drive in, and it's a food. Oh, I can't put it together. I can't get this food truck.
Food truck.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me short. Look at me short. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, I got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn will get it to the 24-yard line.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror.
number 43, and Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
We ready for Colorado.
Yeah.
We ready.
You are just like not with the beat at all.
We ready.
I feel like you gotta speed it up a bit.
We ready for Colorado.
I really hope so.
All right, here we are. Welcome to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. The fastest 2 hours in radio has begun. It is me, the black shirt, Terrell Fall. I'm with
Buck.
And I'm with
Rico.
And Rico is filling in for the captain for a little while.
What up, though?
I tell you, man, what about our Huskers?
That's right.
I love it.
Beautiful.
I love it. And I must say, I heard somebody call him Danny Raiola. Somebody kept saying that. They was messing his name up.
Somebody say Danny Raiola?
But I'm not even
Raiola.
gonna call him the doctor. I'm gonna call him Mr. Smooth because that's what he is back
call
there.
him the surgeon.
There you go.
We're all gonna get a chance to talk about this game Saturday. That Nebraska won 40-7.
Whew.
And there's a lot of things we're gonna talk about today. And we're gonna talk about the good, and the good, because I didn't see anything bad Saturday. I just I didn't see too many things bad.
I saw two things.
Well, it's still early in the season, first of all. It's
Well,
early,
it's still
but you
bad.
You can correct them, though. But as an overall unit,
good.
I will give this team a A-.
Too high.
Too high? B+.
Just a regular.
He dropped it as soon as he said that. All right, it's going down.
Just a regular.
Yeah,
old,
but I'm not going to keep listening to Rico. You know, he's going to fade out.
Just a regular old B.
Yeah.
Just a regular old B, which is really good. Which is still really good for the first game of the season with a freshman quarterback who was making checks and reads and changing up plays at the line of scrimmage, which again, very impressive for a true freshman quarterback and very very trusting of the coaching staff to allow him to do that, meaning that he has a very intimate knowledge of the playbook already. No, I'd give this overall team a B for their performance. Not to slight the 40-7 win. It was a really good win. You saw the pocket that Dylan Raiola was able to have, and that's something that we haven't seen for a Nebraska quarterback in quite some time. The running game looked really good outside of the one turnover, the one fumble by Dante Dowdell. But props to the coaching staff for sticking by their guns when they said earlier in the training season that if you turn the ball over, you're going to sit the bench. Dante Dowdell didn't see the field after that fumble. So, no, I think it was a really good showing outside of the long touchdown, the 3 plays that it took for UTEP to march down the field and score their only touchdown. And there were a couple instances of wide open wide receivers on some short passes that Nebraska did a really good job of swarming to the ball. But I give it a B because comparing what happened there to what could happen on Saturday, if you give up those wide open, and I know that it's completely different, the defense will look different, but if you give up those short passes, the skill guys for the Buffaloes are much better than the skill guys for UTEP.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's an overall better team. It is.
But also didn't get to see the kicker. So I really wish we would have been able to see like a decently long field goal.
Like Alvano's 20-yarder?
I mean, it's 20 yards. So it's like, all right, good. Like it went through the uprights, but I would have liked to see something in like the 30-yard range. Just something a little extra, some more yardage just to gain a little bit more confidence. Not saying I'm not confident in him, but there's a kicking battle going on. I wanted to see something. Granted, they were scoring touchdowns every time, so I'm not too mad about it. But it would have been nice to see something from the kicker there.
Yeah. Bob, give me your breakdown of the offense. I'm gonna do this with both of y'all, and I'm gonna have my breakdown too.
Bet.
I'm gonna let you go first, Bob.
Yeah, I thought the offense played pretty well today. Like you said, I mean, whatever grade you want to give it, I think Matt Rule is happy to get all the players in. That's what he said at the end of the game is, this is the type of game where if you can get everybody into play, you'll know you have reached your goals. And they were able to do that. Only 10 points in the second half, foot off the pedal, backups in, that sort of thing. So, it kind of depends on if you're grading first half to second half, a little bit of a difference there. But in any case, The offense, I mean, Dylan Raiola's debut was everything it needed to be. It wasn't didn't seem like they were asking too much from him, even though they were asking a lot, right? I mean, he's making all the checks at the line as a true freshman. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you ease somebody like that into it. Raiola is so far advanced, and a lot of these kids are coming where they are, coming out of high school. I mean, this guy as a senior in high school could have beat UTEP, so that's rather impressive. So I liked what I saw from the offense. A few throws that might be a little bit more problematic. Sometimes just throws it up there and hopes his receiver can make a play. At times they have. At other times, there's one throw in particular that was kind of into triple coverage with Jalen Lloyd going up to get it. I don't know if I like my chances there. He's not the biggest guy. But yeah, and then a couple other things to note. The running game, I thought the offensive line did really well. Bryce Benhart had a few plays where Westmoreland was able to get around him. I suppose that's going to happen. But I hope they ask a little bit more out of Benhart to improve on that. And then, you look at the receivers. I thought what was interesting is I came into the game thinking, okay, they got these 9 receivers on the depth chart. All of them look pretty good. We've seen them before. I think they're going to rotate quite a bit. Turns out they didn't really. They landed on the 3, Isaiah Nair, Jamal Banks, and Janarian Bonner, who are out there a majority of the time. Now, you got Carter Nelson. You got guys that they would shuffle them in, but for the majority of the time, it was those 3. So I thought that was interesting. And then from the running back rotation, I'm just as confused going in as I was coming out because Dowdell had the first touchdown. Irvin had the most touchdowns. Ramir had the most carries and the most impressive run. And Emmett had the most yards and the longest run. So it was really running back by committee, different things to like from each of them. And still, at this point, I didn't look at that and go, okay, there's the running back. That should be the guy. So we'll have to see how it comes out. But for week 1, again, we're in after several years, Nebraska has not been 1-0. 40 points is plenty for me, and they could have put in a lot more if they kept on the first team offense throughout that game.
The offensive line was, outside of the obvious with the true freshman quarterback, the offensive line was my highlight of the game because, as you said, Bryce Benhart had a couple of plays where Westmoreland was able to get by him, but for the most part, the offensive line did their job, provided a clean pocket and a very long time for Dylan to be able to hold onto the ball, go through all his progressions, and make the right throws. And then in the running game, they were able to clear paths for the running backs, for all 4 running backs to have really good to have a really good running attack. So the ability of those 2 guards, those tackles, the center to clear the road and allow the running backs to get up into the second level without being touched first, not having to make a guy miss in the backfield first when you first get the ball, and the ability to get to the second level practically untouched is something that, again, you haven't seen from this Nebraska offense in quite some time. So seeing that really fills me with joy going into this Colorado matchup, especially with how North Dakota State was able to, at least early, run the ball against the Buffaloes and have a decent amount of success. The running back room, like you said, it's still hard to determine who's going to be the starter or who's going to be the first guy to tote the rock. But I do believe that Dante Dowdell, until that fumble, was starting to separate himself from the rest of the pack. Gabe Ervin did have his 2 touchdowns, both in the short yardage inside the 5 situations. Emmett Johnson still showing that burst. Ramir Johnson showing that burst as well. But I think that Dante Dowdell, his running plays and when he was in the game and getting the ball, I think he was, to me at least, the most impressive running back and had the ability to show that he can do a little bit of everything. And I do believe that he'll end up being the starter again, starting the Colorado game.
All right, man. Well, with me, I was impressed overall with the offensive play they had. I think I'm gonna start at the running backs first. Dowdell is that guy. The fumble was a good strip hit on ball.
Yeah.
So you can blame him for that, but too many times when a helmet hits the ball like that, it's
perfect.
It's gonna come out. It was a perfect hit. Like Rule said, if you fumble, you come out the game. I think Emmett Johnson came back in and had a great game. Like you said, Gabe Ervin, Ramir, a lot of running backs. Mazuka brothers got in. But overall, I think the running game was good. We had 31 yards rushing. They had 84 yards rushing, so 56 to 233.
Mm-hmm.
Receivers, man. That's a group.
Those receivers look nice.
Yeah.
Those receivers look really nice.
And I said this probably a week and a half or 2 weeks ago when I seen Nair walk past me one day. I said, man, he's going to be that guy. And he's that guy. I mean, the way he can separate his body from the people and still catch their traffic. But all of the receivers are great. Banks, Jacoby Barney, Nair.
Jacoby Barney's going to be fun in the years to come.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be. I mean, and hats off to Saddlefield. Great offensive game plan. Great calls. Kept the running game going. I know we played a lesser team, but to get them off to a rolling start instead of play like you played at Minnesota last year. Offensive line did their job. I know we had a couple of spots, couple of plays that we wish we could take back.
Only one sack,
but I don't even know if he had his chin strapped up there because the helmet came off.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, hold on.
And on that one,
y'all supposed to go help this guy.
So I don't know about you guys, but on that one, it was who's right guard? Is that Mazuka? I believe is the right guard. So he's blocking this guy. He goes out to the right, and there's a hole to the left where if Raiola is able to step up to the left, he avoids the guy and maybe gets the throw off, maybe throws it away, maybe takes off for like 2 yards or whatever. But the way that he stepped up, he went to the right and went right into the defender. So it's a learning experience. It's like, hey, when you step up, you got to make sure you're going whatever way. So it wasn't egregious. It's not like the offensive line got blown by and the dude was untouched and lit up Dylan and took his helmet off. It was just you stepped right up into him and he hit you high, took your helmet off.
Well, I think Colorado gave up one sack too, but if you watch that game, Shedeur took some shots.
Under
there can
duress.
Be their statistics don't always tell you the true story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, now it's here. The Colorado-Nebraska feud this week is here, and Deion's coming to town.
How you feeling?
I'm still on the fence.
Okay.
I'm still on the fence because we still got a little work to do on defense and the defensive back crew. I understand that we got a good defense, but with the perimeter, if Colorado can get out of that perimeter, we gotta slow Travis Hunter down.
We could talk about the defense in the next segment.
You got to
spacing.
You got to go Jimmy Horn too. We're gonna talk about all this coming up on the Captain Show, the fastest 2 hours in radio. It's Colorado week, and we are ready for the Buffalo. 93.7 The Ticket.
With a wide variety of menu options, including the best prime and Wagyu steaks in Lincoln, if you haven't been to Tavern 180, you're missing out. Try any of their steak options paired with one of their well-known martinis, and this will soon become your favorite date night spot. Call your friends for a casual get-together where steak, shrimp, chicken, and tasty cocktails await your arrival. Tavern 180, located next door to Tanner's at 30th and Yankee Hill.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Early break.
And then a week after retirement, he was flipping burgers in a what would you call that truck?
Food truck?
Food truck.
What kind of truck would that be with food in it?
Words are hard.
What is that? There's a truck. They show up. They show up at noon, and then they drive in, and it's a food. Oh, I can't put it together. I can't get this food truck.
Food truck.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies with light southeasterly winds and an afternoon high around 80. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low near 53. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return. It will be breezy with a high around 84. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hucker for 90.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Heartland International in Lincoln reminds us people today are facing more hardships than ever. It's becoming all too common to hear someone's become so desperate they've taken their own life. People almost always warn those close to them that desperation is near. Be a shoulder to lean on and insist that they seek professional help. This message from Dennis and Penny Nunn at Heartland International in Lincoln, marketing quality products since 1974. Visit heartlandinternational.com. We're stronger when we help one another.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Dun, 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 dun. 1-0, baby. We 1-0. Welcome to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. Rico's messing me up.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, man. Rico.
Yes, sir.
Did you go to the game?
No, I watched it from
Bach,
home.
where did you sit at, Bach?
I sat in the shade. It was nice. I sat in North Stadium.
Man.
I was looking at the rest of the stadium and poking fun at it.
You were like, must suck to be in the sun, losers.
I never seen the emergency crew called that fast to a game. Before the end of the first quarter, I seen wheelchairs and wheelchairs and stretchers.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about this was a young kid. The first one I seen, a young kid, they had to roll him down and go get him.
It was hot, but it wasn't like scorching, was it? I mean, I was in this shade the whole time.
My brother-in-law went to the game. He said it was pretty toasty, and the same thing. He's like, we saw so many. He said halftime we went down to get some more water, and because he was with his son, and he goes, there's so many stretchers and ambulance and emergency crews. He's like, people just being dumb, just probably drinking too much and then sitting out in the sun with no shade and not drinking water. Like, you got to get some water in you.
Yeah, and I seen mostly like some elderly people, man. They was kind of struggling, and
that's unfortunate.
And most of the people I seen, they was leaving at halftime because the game was out of hand and it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we wasn't used to, thinking that the game was going to be close or something at halftime. But I seen a lot of people leaving. That's because of the weather, though. It wasn't because of the team play. It was because of the weather.
Yeah, I don't know. It was. I think people left early. We started seeing them leaving when the game was in hand. They started to put people out there, and then it allowed me to get a little more comfortable in the stands. But it was a good. It's kind of funny because I was talking to Steve Taylor about this the other day too. You got to remember, it's not just the first game for the team. It's the first game for operations, first game for the sideline. Just everybody involved, and I thought it was all handled well. And we can all say that because of a 40-7 win. Let's just weather all that other stuff.
Yeah.
It gets a lot worse if Nebraska's losing.
Yeah.
And if they win, you feel all right, you brush it off.
Like if Nebraska's down 40-7 and all these people are passing out, it's even worse.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
So Nebraska covered the 27 points.
Yes.
Defense held these guys to 205 yards total offense.
That's pretty solid for a high speed pace and space offense.
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. And a couple of interceptions, couple of sacks. Defense
just
led.
One sack.
Yeah, one sack. Hey,
they were getting the ball. The quarterback was getting the ball out quickly. He got hit a lot.
And a safety for the first time since the 2009 Holiday Bowl. So that's a good one.
I didn't think that was a safety.
A Big Mac.
Yeah, it was close.
You got your Big Mac sack.
No, I don't eat Big Macs anymore. I'm a Whopper guy.
Oh, tragic.
Yeah.
No, people. Well, if they're still doing that, I don't know if they.
I don't know if they are.
But
either.
they did get the sack. So props to the Nebraska defense. Again, they were getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but he was getting the ball out. Both of them, because both of them played. They were getting the ball out pretty quickly, not allowing Nebraska's defenders to get there. And again, that's going to be something that they're going to have to shore up against Colorado because. Although Shedeur does get the ball out quickly, sometimes there are a lot of times where he holds onto the ball and waits for his receivers to get open, but then that's chasing him down and the necessity of taking the right angles, because in that North Dakota State game, talk about bad angles. It happened quite a bit, and I mean that's what happens when you have a lot of speed and a lot of shiftiness in your wide receivers and in your quarterback. So Nebraska's going to have to be focused on angles and tackling, gang tackling, making sure a lot of people swarm to the ball in order to get these guys down.
Yeah,
which is what they did a really good job against that with that.
Malcolm Hartzog. That name just hits me with a Harry Potter kind of thing.
Is
You
it
know?
because he's from Mississippi? Is that what throws you off? Is there some anger to Georgia, Mississippi? Is there something there?
I don't have anything to Mississippi. No, Mississippi football is not compared
okay,
to
there it is.
Georgia
There it
football.
is.
So don't ever say that in
There
your
it
life
is.
again. But Hawks he led the defense with 5 tackles. Bear.
Yeah.
He led the defense with 5 tackles. Vincent Shavers Jr. had 3 tackles.
Your man.
Yeah. Marquise Burford Jr. had 3. Hatchmacher had 3. Ty Robinson had 2. Then it goes on down the line, man. Isaac Gifford had 1. Tommy Hill had 1.
Not a lot of tackles for the starting defense because they did get subbed out and they were getting them off the field pretty like it's like the 3-play touchdown drive and then a lot of shorter drives, not a lot of plays, so not a lot of chances to get tackles for the defense. And then again, they subbed out pretty quickly and they sub out pretty often on that defense. So you're not going to see a lot of high tackle numbers for those guys. But what I did notice and part of the low sack numbers is they're only rushing 3 pretty much the entire time. There were a couple times they brought pressure, but for the most part, just rushing 3 and dropping people back into coverage to combat the passing game of UTEP. And they did it again. They did a really good job. Didn't get to the quarterback all that much, but Nash Hutmaker was getting triple teamed on a couple of those because you're only rushing 3. He's right there in the middle. So Ty and Jamari, Cam Lenhart, Prince William Mielen, all those guys trying to make plays, getting, one-on-one while Nash is getting triple teamed, the reason why there wasn't a lot of pressure up the middle.
Yeah. Bob?
Yeah, I mean, I thought if I was impressed at most by anybody, I think it was Bayer. I think Mekhi Bayer looks like he's going to fly around this year. Of course, without Javen Wright, that was going to be a big deal, and it will be moving forward. We'll see how much that's going to hurt him. But Bayer looks like he's definitely ready to take that step up. And I know Terrell, you liked him early on last year, and so I think he is progressing well in his career. He had a tackle, 1.5 tackles for loss, so that was good. Ty Robinson had 2 tackles, but 2 tackles for loss. So you always take that. And he absolutely blew up the backfield in one play where he was the free runner. Talk about a miss. Talk about
what are you doing?
Mistake there in coaching or execution there. You don't want Ty Robinson running full speed at you. So
that was a big hit.
Yeah. And then, of course, I think Hartzog made up for the one mistake he did have. Hartzog was the one that got beat deep. We talk often about him moving from cornerback to safety. And on that play, he was de facto cornerback because he had to line up and guard the guy. Got a little bit behind, tried to jump and break up the pass at the last second, didn't get it done. And that reminds you, it can all. This team was maybe that far away from a shutout. It's just you need 11 guys all the time. If you just got a hand on that ball, maybe we are talking about a shutout. But he made up for that, I think, because one, in leading the team in tackles, and he was a good job as being a ball hawk there, but also getting the interception. So I thought the defense looked really good. It might not be, NCAA Defensive Player of the Week category as far as somebody standing out, but overall, again, holding the opponent to around 200 yards, 7 points a game, I think we'll all sign up for that every time out.
Oh, yeah, and you got to credit one of the backup defensive ends on that one, Kai Wallen, with the pressure shoving his guy back into the quarterback on that Malcolm Hartzog interception. So little defensive help from you, just helping each other out. I get pressure, you get the pick.
Yeah, because I don't know who Ramir Stewart was when he caught the interception. I've seen it, but and like I said, these guys, they responded good to getting scored on. They settled back down. They got the safety. They was getting sacks. They was getting tackles for loss. Just overall, I think Tony White called a great game. Now it's time to get ready for Colorado because of this high-powered offense they have passing wise. Not really a rushing game, but now you can get to that point on the schedule that you've been looking at, that we've been looking at, everybody in the world been looking at, because this is part 2 right here. This is part 2. Part 1, they kicked our butt. Enough with the Jeff Sims talk. You lost as a team. You don't lose. You don't blame it on one player.
I mean, you've lost your last 3 against Colorado.
Yeah, so you're not going to tell when Mel Tucker beat your butts 2 times and now last year.
Both comebacks.
Yeah. So now we gotta get ready. But what about special teams? What did you like about the special teams?
Well, I think you're right, or whoever said it earlier, is Ja'Cory Barney looks like he's probably going to break one this year, and that looks exciting. They look like they have a little bit of juice. Again, quality of opponent. Maybe less so later with IGC back there, punt return as well. So that looks good. Rico mentioned it earlier. You didn't get a really good look at the field goal unit. Alvano is still big question mark coming into the season, just because of the up and down play last year. A couple missed field goals in the spring game didn't help that out. But good just to get one through. And so, I know you always want to finish with 7 and not 3, but I think it's good at least for Alvano to sit on a week at 100% and have to hit, I know it's a 20-yarder, but you feel good about that. And then, I know, again, limited opportunities, but Boom Sheeny averaged close to 48, somewhere around there.
48 and a half.
That's something that he was able to do when he was the FCS punter of the year at Montana. Hasn't quite translated to that sort of number at Nebraska. And really not much should really change, right? Because when you're talking about kicking or punting, whatever level you're at. So it's good to see that. I know it's not going to grab the headlines, but that's a good start for him too. And so guys that kind of struggled last year at least get to sit on an opening week and say, okay, we did our job in game 1. Let's continue with that confidence moving forward.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to, I usually don't do this, but I'm just looking at this stat right here.
Okay.
Dorian Hopkins for UTEP. 16 tackles.
Ooh.
1 tackle for loss, 1 forced fumble. Man, 16 tackles.
That's a heck of a day. That's a busy day.
Well, it's a loss. It's a butt kicking, but you make the tackles probably 3, 4, 5 yards downfield.
He was in the ice tub when they got back.
Yeah.
100%.
What was that?
He's not practicing that.
Remember that Fordham game where that guy had like 30 tackles against Nebraska? That was awesome. What was that guy's name?
I don't remember. He was a line. He was like a middle linebacker. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
He was ridiculous.
My thought on the special teams is that I was happy to see
IGC
run the ball back.
Return a punt.
Instead of
yeah.
and he looked like he was going. One of them he probably caught around the 40, but he ended up getting it past the 50-yard line and to Nebraska territory or their territory, and that's a good starting for the offense. But I was real pleased with Buccini kicking the ball very well. Kickoff returns, punt returns. It was what we want to see. We know it's the first game. But if you have so much confidence to run it, to keep not fair catching it, then obviously we can get one ran back this year, I think.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with you there. It's good to see a punt returner finally get the ball and move forward with it, not just wave his hands in the air, catch it, and go back to the sideline. So having IGC back there, even though he's maybe the I believe Rule said the safer option in terms of just getting the catch. Maybe not the guy who has the explosiveness to break one, but he does have enough speed to be able to break one if he can find a crease. It's good to see somebody returning those kicks. The kickoff with Ja'Cory Barney Jr., he's going to break one at some point this year. He's got the speed. He seems like he has the vision. Just a couple, just 2 more blocks, and it seems like he'll get out there. Like you mentioned, Buccini with the punts and Alvano with the kicks. The one thing I am concerned about, and it's not really a concern, it's just something that I want to see, is more touchbacks on kickoffs. The first kickoff goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
Not a great start for John Hull. But he redeemed himself with two touchbacks on his 7 kickoffs. And they were doing a good job of holding UTEP to not having any large kickoff returns. So something to keep an eye on there. See if you can get some more touchbacks with your kicker, because as we've mentioned before on these airwaves, Nebraska was spoiled with kicking talent for the longest time, and now you're just trying to get back to some type of normalcy. Maybe not that special of what you had for all of those years, but just something consistent and good. Maybe not great, but good in all 3 phases of kicking.
Well, it's interesting, too, with that kickoff. You remember just the way that the kickoff has changed over the years is now everybody can fair catch it under the 20. So it's really hard, and Matt Rule has talked about trying to get teams to return punts and not to just accept that they're going to get the touchback. I like that. And I like touchbacks too. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but I like the idea of let's try to finagle a few yards here,
having faith in your kickoff unit to stop them
and show that that's just the mentality that I like to bring. But it's pretty hard to do now because if you're trying to place it anywhere, teams are usually going to fair catch it. So I don't know if that was by design that they were going to kick it near the sideline. Obviously, it did get, it got away from him. If it does happen routinely, then you might just go to just the straight kick them kick them in the end.
I mean, if you can find a way to pin that ball into the corner and force them to return it, I mean, that's a tough spot to try and get it, because if they catch it there, then you funnel everybody to that corner. It's going to be tough for them to get it out. But getting it so it doesn't bounce out of bounds or bounce into the end zone, if you're going to try and force teams to return the ball, that's a tough place to put it. So if you just kick it somewhere between the 5 and the end zone, which again, tough place to put it, that'll force some teams to return it, which is, as Sanderson points out on the text line, Rula said he wants to force teams to return them. So if that's truly what you're trying to do, I mean, putting a lot of faith in your kickoff unit to get the tackle and stop them from getting to the 25, at least if you're not trying to let them get a touchback and get to the 25 and obviously beyond that.
All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We got plenty more to talk about here on the Captain as we're breaking down the win and obviously looking forward to the big game coming up this week with Deion Sanders, the hated Buffaloes coming into town.
No, we're not gonna put Deion Sanders. We'll just say the Colorado Buffaloes. That's what it is.
But that's part of the story. I mean, the national story is Deion.
It's always gonna be Deion versus no. It's Nebraska versus Colorado. We don't care about Deion. We just care about getting the W. 93.7 the ticket. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Football season is here, and that means that fall is here. So start the season off right with Holidays in Bennett with Tailored Life. Make plans to stop by Bennett from September 6th through the 8th for open houses for shops. And on Sunday, enjoy a street market with creative collabs with over 30 vendors, food trucks, and a kids zone. It's Holidays in Bennett from September 6th through the 8th. Make sure to stop and see Tailored Life, Garden, Home, and Gift when you stop by.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering you 50% off our next 10-week challenge beginning September 14th. That's 10 weeks of fun group fitness classes and individualized coaching for half off. And at the end of the 10 weeks, someone's walking away with $1,000 for the best transformation. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine. And check us out online at fxblincoln.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Have you ever gotten a car deal so good that you can brag about for decades? This is that deal. The government has given us a $4,000 in instant credit on vehicles already at the historically lowest prices. Cars that were over $50,000 just 2 years ago are now selling below $20,000. See the deals here and drive away the car of your dreams at a price you never thought possible. Go to 4000off.com, 400off.com to learn more.
Landmark Implement helps you put dirt in its place with increased accuracy and greater speed thanks to the John Deere Smart Grade. This fully integrated 3D grade control system boosts job site productivity and reduces labor costs with fewer passes and less wasted material, meaning more bids won and higher margins. No masts, no cables, just clear views of the job site. Visit your local Landmark Implement today and discover the profit-boosting power of the Smart Grade and experience the Landmark difference.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Serve Nebraska is inviting you to help thank volunteers for their service to our communities. The Step Forward Awards are Nebraska's highest awards for volunteer service, and you can show your appreciation for their hard work by attending the awards luncheon coming up on October 4th in Omaha. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. Made possible by sponsors like Omaha Public Power District. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
September 17th, 1994 was the first what?
Let me think for a second.
Game against UCLA, number 13 UCLA in town. College game day was here, but that's not what he's talking
I played in that game.
You
I
give
had
it to
a
you?
couple carries in that game.
You give it to you?
Please give it to me.
Dun, 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 dun. September 17th, 1994 was the first year of the tunnel walk, and it has been going on for 3 decades later.
I was there, but you don't. It was a blur. It was all a dream.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, the fastest 2 hours in radio is on the way. We are powered
by
Bauer,
Infrastructure,
Bauer,
Underground.
I'll say now,
Excavating.
All right, big shout out to Big Slim and the boys out there. Man, I'm going to tell you what.
What you gonna tell me?
I don't want to make this all about Dylan Raiola because he did play a hell of a game. But let's talk about some of the new guys we got on this offense that really showed us what they can do.
Transfers.
Who's your best one?
My best one?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to go against
So
Isaiah.
far, if you had to vote this guy.
Best transfer so far?
Yeah.
It's hard to go against Isaiah Nair.
Yeah.
It's really hard. 100 receiving yards in the first game. Proved himself as a deep threat for Dylan Raiola. So it's going to be really tough to pick against Isaiah Nair, but I think I'm going to go with Micah Mazuka.
Oh, there you go.
I think I'm going to go with the new right guard What he brings, his mentality that he brings to the offensive line room, I think was severely needed. His road grading style in terms of what Nebraska wants to do and be a running focused team. I think his mentality is going to help out in completing that thought for this Nebraska offense. So plus his pass blocking was pretty solid as well. So having Micah Mazuka on that offensive line and the ability of the Nebraska offense to run the ball through the middle and, not have to worry about the running back getting tackled or caught or having to make somebody miss in the backfield immediately after getting the ball, despite not having the running threat at quarterback, and UTEP knowing they have this passing game, but they're trying to run the ball, sending more people and still not being able to get the running back in the backfield as often as was happening before. I'm going to have to give it to Micah Mazuka to start off. But again, Isaiah Nair is a tough one to not give it to.
Yeah. Bob?
Yeah, I appreciate you at least falling on the sword and taking somebody besides Isaiah Nair.
But
I do think I think it's obvious that it is Isaiah Nair from this game. But at the same time, shout out to the other guys that did contribute that could be in there. Jamal Banks, I think it was kind of played out similar to what we thought it would, right? Like Jamal Banks is going to be a good red zone target. They threw one up to him. He fought for the ball. He got it. Probably just as impressive as any catch that Nair had. But Nair, of course, is more of the deep threat and the big play threat. And his touchdown pass was quite impressive, too, beating out two guys for it and not getting tackled and taken down. So, as a combination, they look really good. And that's again, to me, maybe one of the biggest sticking points from this game is just the lack of wide receiver rotation, is that that's how heavily they believe that those guys are separate. I figured it was, okay, there might be a little separation here. That's why they're going to get the start. I think they believe that Nair and Banks are by far their best opportunities to move the ball downfield.
I mean, you have those two, and then you saw a little bit from Janiran Bonner. You saw a little bit from Ja'Cory Barney Jr. You saw Jalen Lloyd in there a little bit. So there was rotation, just not with the top two.
Yeah.
How many catches did Bonner have? I think
forgot
about Bonner.
I think he had one, maybe two. I know I heard his name at one point.
Yeah, he wasn't getting as targeted as often,
he had
but he was out
three
there.
catches for 26 yards.
Hey, that's good. That's a good start for the first game.
All of his targets, 3 targets, 3 catches.
Yeah, I really like Banks because he's a good possession receiver. I seen a couple of short passes to him that he was able to do. I really like everybody, especially the receivers with the after catch, like the after the yards catch. I think Nair did a good job of keeping his balance and being able to score. I did like what the running back did from Clemson, from Dowdell.
Yep.
Sorry that he fumbled. I mean, the kid was having a hell of a game. I think he would have been our first 100-yard rusher if it wasn't from that fumble. So, I give him credit for that. I also give the coaches credit for living up to their word and taking him out after he fumbled, even though it was a good head on the ball contact. But at the same time, I think overall this offense, the sky's the limit for it, especially with Dylan Raiola, because he wasn't rattled. He wasn't shaken. He was poised. He had a lot of confidence. And he's smooth with it.
I mean, he had a lot of time in the pocket.
I might just call him the smooth operator.
I'm just saying, don't call him the doctor, call him the surgeon. He was surgical with his precision. The first deep pass to Nair where he had to dive and it went through his arms.
Yeah.
That was
on the
that was a beautiful pass, a beautiful dive. I mean, he had 1-2 more steps. He's able to catch it in stride. Maybe just a little bit too much power from the true freshman. But it would have been a beautiful catch, and it was close. That was close to the first touchdown. What would that have been? His first passing touchdown, and it would have been a beauty.
Yeah. Even the quarterback from the NIA didn't he get in the game?
Yeah,
man. Well, living his dream. I think Raiola told him we both lived our dream. You know what I'm saying? He played, and both of them played. Did the other quarterback, Daniel Kalen, he didn't? Nope.
He did not get in. It was Raiola, and then Harburg, and then Gramstead finished it out.
How we didn't run the option with Harburg. I wanted to see it.
I was surprised that they showed basically Harburg for goal line, which is assumed coming into the year, right? But they were up big. They didn't necessarily need to do it. Maybe it was just I would have said, hold that off for Colorado. Just
I think they wanted to get him his touchdown, or at least run the play to see how it looks and how it would work.
Yeah.
I mean, he gained 2-3 yards. So maybe they're doing that to see what they have to shore up in terms of running that play because they only did it one time. Yeah. Other than that, they handed off to Gabe Ervin in the short goal line to go situations and got him his 2 touchdowns.
Well, let me ask you guys this because we're all celebrating, obviously, the big win, but there is some things that, some guys that maybe would have liked a few more stats in there. Thomas Fidone didn't have a great game, 1 yard on 3 catches. Obviously, we've seen better from him. Didn't see Malachi Coleman out there. Jalen Lloyd got 2 targets, 0 catches. I was expecting a lot out of him. Any concern among those 3 guys?
I don't know why Nebraska's running screens for Thomas Fidone when you get the big body, just get him out into space, let him run and jump over folks or do what he has to do. It's very strange to see a guy, not saying he's not athletic, but you're throwing screens for your tight end. Just a little weird there. And on one of them, nobody blocked. That's just both corners just immediately got by their guys and got to Thomas Fidone. He broke both the tackles, but then he ended up stepping out of bounds. But I would like to see more downfield past the line of scrimmage passes to Thomas Fidone. And with the 2 receivers with Lloyd and Coleman, I do remember that Rule was talking about both of them working their way back from injuries. Malachi Coleman has the groin injury he's working back from, and Jalen Lloyd with the hamstring. Yes, he did get in, and he had 2 targets. One of them was into that triple coverage that maybe should have been picked off, but wasn't. So at least he was out there, had a couple targets. Maybe you'll see a little bit more from him in the coming weeks, be able to use his speed and his ability to run very crisp routes. I think you'll see him more often than not, but not concerned with the 2 wide receivers, mostly just the Thomas Fidone screen plays. Again, it's not anything that concerns me. It's more just things that you have to look at after a 40-7 win. Yes, it's mostly positive, but there's still a couple of things that you would like to see Nebraska do a little bit better.
Well, here's the thing: you got a room full of guys that can catch the ball. I'm not really worried about Jalen Lloyd. He can get out there. Malachi, I'm kind of worried about because of the injuries and how far he's pushed back. So you worry about that because now you got other guys like Carter Nelson who had 3 catches.
Carter Nelson looked good.
Alex Bullock who's still playing his game. Jacoby Barney Jr. He's a freshman though, ain't he? He's a true freshman.
True freshman.
So you got to look at stuff like that, man. And these guys gonna have to. Kalen Smith play. These guys gonna have to battle their way back up to this depth chart to get on the field. I mean, I just can't play you based off last year. This is the new year. This is a whole new team, whole new receiving crew. You got to earn that playing time. So hey, good luck to you next week. All right. Hour number 1 is up. When we come back, we're going to break down the Big Ten games. We're going to break down some SEC games. We're going to show you and tell you who's the new champ of picking college football at the Ticket. 93.7, and it's not the captain. We'll be right back.
Time for a new AC? Call Bryant. Get rebates now and lower operating costs every day. For comfort and efficiency, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies with light southeasterly winds and an afternoon high around 80. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low near 53. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return and it will be breezy with a high around 84. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you ever gotten a car deal so good that you can brag about for decades? This is that deal. The government has given us a $4,000 instant credit on vehicles already at the historically lowest prices. Cars that were over $50,000 just 2 years ago are now selling below $20,000. See the deals here and drive away the car of your dreams at a price you never thought possible. Go to 4000off.com, 400off.com to learn more.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Sea-Doo dealership. Score up to $300 off or a free 2-year warranty on 2024 Sea-Doo Sparks and $500 off or a free 2-year warranty on all other brand new 2024 Sea-Doos. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of September. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and watercraft in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Oh, Kansas.
Here we go. If I can have today.
You just don't stop giving, do you?
Green flag, we're underway.
The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history.
What a finish, boys.
Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 4 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs.
Goddamn drive.
Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 27th through the 29th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
September 17th, 1994 was the first what? Let me think for a second.
Game against UCLA, number 13 UCLA in town. College game day was here, but that's not what he's talking
I played in that game. I had a couple carries in that game. You me give it to you? Please give it to me. September 17th, 1994 was the first year of the tunnel walk, and it has been going on for 3 decades later. I was there, but you don't. It was a blur. It was all a dream.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker concrete, and Beatrice concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn, he'll get it to the 24-yard line.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right, welcome back to the Captain Show. The fastest 2 hours on radio has started hour number 2. We're on 1040 O Street. I got Bach and Rico in here, and I am the black shirt, and we are ready to talk some Big Ten football now. Hey, man, the Big Ten had a good weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Well, except everybody except Minnesota.
Except for the Golden Gopher, the not so Golden Gophers.
Hey, they still they set off fireworks.
Yeah,
they were
set
happy
off
with
fireworks.
what they did.
Yeah,
Your
setting off
biggest-
fireworks for a missed field goal. Love it. Big fan.
Your biggest disappointment this weekend in the Big 12. I mean, in
Big
the
10?
Big 10.
This is Minnesota.
No.
Why?
No.
Who is it?
Well, because North Carolina's a quality opponent. For
Oh,
them,
is it Oregon?
Yes.
It's Oregon.
When you score 28 points against
24
against Idaho.
Okay, but did you see the numbers? Did you see the numbers that Oregon put up? They couldn't put it in the end zone, but hold on, let me find this. Because Dylan Gabriel threw for like 300 plus yards.
Yeah, 380.
All right, so Dylan Gabriel was 41 of 49 for 380 and 2 touchdowns. Their running back had 15 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown. Terrence Ferguson led them in receiving with 7 receptions for 87 yards. The problem wasn't their offense. They put up 14 points in the first half, and then their defense just started getting gashed. Gave up a 36-yard touchdown in the third quarter. They didn't score in the third quarter. Then they give up a 4-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter, and they have to get that late touchdown with about 5 minutes left, 5 and some change left, to make it 24-14. Not the greatest showing from their offense, but their numbers were up there. They just couldn't finish the job. Their defense was a little suspect.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, from the, number 3-4 team in the country?
Yeah.
Top 5 team in the country, getting pushed by the Idaho Vandals. Not the greatest look.
Yeah, and that can happen. I mean, teams can struggle out of the gate. It is kind of interesting. I do, with Dylan Gabriel, he's been around. I think, didn't he replace Mackenzie Milton at UCF?
He did.
I mean, he's been around forever.
UCF, Oklahoma,
Yeah,
Oregon.
and he's always had solid teams. I mean, that Oklahoma team a couple years ago that went 6-6, maybe not living up to the Sooners' expectations. But I mean, I have been a little bit questioning Oregon to be everybody's pick to be the winner. I'm not saying I predicted them to struggle with Idaho, but I am kind of interested to see how that plays out. So, I mean, they could definitely be up there. I think Michigan's struggling with Fresno State. Fresno State was a 9-4 team last year, but they didn't look like, their offensive line didn't look like it has, and that's to be expected. They lost a lot there, but they look like they might have taken a step down. And then the Friday night games, maybe it's just the Friday night, but Michigan State struggling with Florida Atlantic, only beating them 16-10 in Wisconsin with a 28-14 victory over Western Michigan. I think those are the teams that aren't all as happy as we are here in Lincoln with their week 1 performances. And hopefully for them, they can chuck it up to, okay, it is week 1. We're going to grow. We're going to get better. And that's probably the case for most of them. But it might be an early sign for somebody that they're not living up to expectations.
Hey, Michigan had some struggles also with Fresno State. And that's part of that where, you're switching head coaches. You've got a new head coach in there. You got a new quarterback. You got a returning running back who's solid, but a lot of changes for Michigan, and a lot of not great showings. Yes, all of these teams, aside from Minnesota, who's going against another Power 4 conference team, got the win, but not the strongest of showings in terms of kind of asserting yourself as potentially the best conference in college football. The SEC did have 3 losses, I believe.
Yep.
But they were to power conference teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really liked the game USC played last night, man. I tell you what, USC is going to be a problem in this Big Ten, man. Just look at how revamped their defense are and how good that defense played against a not so mobile quarterback that LSU was used to having. So and their defense is really bulked up. If you see how much weight they put on and the fast number 1 they got, the kick return guy, and the quarterback left off from a good bowl game from last year. Watch out for USC.
Yeah. Well, and I thought that was interesting too. I know Brian Kelly wasn't too happy with how they lost that close game. Another close game under Brian Kelly, somewhat similar to struggles we've had around here. But in any case, that's 2 teams that we expected an absolute shootout to have for both sides. For LSU to even hold USC to 27. Okay, I know they lost, but that's a step in the right direction, especially for USC to hold LSU to 20. These aren't. Neither of these quarterbacks are the quarterbacks that these teams had last year. So that's kind of understanding that.
Mm-hmm.
But Miller Moss looked pretty good in his debut. So, I think that's a huge it's still weird though. I found myself trying to have Big Ten pride, but they haven't played a Big Ten conference game yet. So usually when a Big Ten team beats an SEC team, that's when we point to, okay, yeah, there it is. But
the Big Ten's better than the SEC.
It's just hard to do that.
I was sitting there and watching it with my wife, and I'm sitting there, I go, Rachel. She goes, what? And I go, this is a Big Ten SEC matchup. And she's like, I know. Like, I don't like it. This is weird. This is a Big Ten matchup right now.
I tell you what, man, I turned it off when it was 17-13. After LSU scored, and I was like, well, I think I lost another one. So I turned it off, and then something said, look at your phone. I was in the backyard, and I looked at my phone, 27-21. Yeah. So sometimes you have to just turn the TV off when stuff gets bad and don't look at it.
Yeah.
And just look at ESPN and just go to the thing and say, yes.
It was one of those things where I'm watching the game and wondering, is USC's offense, but before they had the late 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, I was sitting there wondering, the late touchdown, I was wondering if USC's offense was truly that bad or if LSU's defense was truly that good. And I'm still not 100% sure which is which. Again, USC's offense looked really good, and their defense looked solid as well, which is a new thing for a Lincoln Riley team, especially against a Power 4 opponent, especially an SEC team. So seeing a Lincoln Riley defense hold a top 15 team to only 20 points kind of scares me going up in this Big Ten conference for USC and for Nebraska having to go out to USC. Granted, it's going to be a different brand of football, but LSU still a little more powerful under Brian Kelly, focused on running the ball slightly more, but different athletes on both sides of the ball. We'll see what USC has in store for the rest of the Big Ten, but a good start for the Big Ten career of the Trojans. Although their hype video was better than everybody else. Did you see the hype video?
Oh yeah.
Except for one thing, the Trojans weren't in the horse.
Yeah.
The Trojans were in the horse. No, the Greeks. The Greeks were in the horse, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, the Romans. The Romans were in the horse, not the Trojans.
Well, and it did get kind of confusing too because you're looking at Trojans and then for some reason they're in an airplane. And I'm thinking, well,
what is happening?
I don't know if Trojans really know much about airplanes. But.
They had the Trojan in the airplane.
Yeah,
they went
hype video.
Yeah, the hype video, and then they
everywhere.
went into the horse, and then the horse turned into an airplane, and then they were all in the airplane, and then they jumped out of the airplane, and then it was like, we're here. USC is ready to, It was a really good hype video. It's just historically inaccurate.
All right. Big Ten power rankings through week 1.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah, I got it.
You made your own?
No, it's
somebody
out.
put it out?
Yeah, ESPN put it out
Goodness
already.
gracious.
Where's Nebraska? Before he says, where do you think Nebraska?
I think Nebraska would be
6.
9th.
I don't think anybody drops in front of him, but yeah, I'd probably say 7th. I'll go with
18. 7th. Northwestern.
Of course. How's Minnesota not 18th? They lost.
17.
Minnesota.
Michigan State.
Oh my goodness, what is this?
Well, this is power rankings. This isn't standing.
I understand, but still, power
16.
rankings, you lost.
You lost to a respectable
16.
North Carolina.
Yeah, but they won.
Come on, let me get it out, fellas. 16 is row your boat.
Minnesota.
So he's at 16.
All right, whatever.
15, UCLA.
Yeah, narrow victory over a bad Hawaii. 5-8 Hawaii.
Yeah, that's not
14 is Purdue.
Okay.
13 is Indiana.
These make sense.
12 is Illinois. 11 is Maryland.
Maryland. Shout out to the Terps.
10 is a weak Wisconsin team, I think.
Ooh. Yeah, Wisconsin, not
too impressive.
No.
Number 9 is Rutgers.
Oh, okay.
Number 8,
Nebraska.
Washington.
Wow.
They like Dylan.
They really like Dylan.
Number 7, Iowa.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
What is happening?
They really like Dylan.
Number 6,
Nebraska.
There it is.
Goodness gracious.
Better than Iowa.
Almost
You
in
heard
the
it
top
here
5.
first.
Number 5.
See, but both teams scored 40. Only
Yeah.
one team got the shutout.
Yeah. But they won't score 40 every game.
Says you.
Who?
Says you.
Not Iowa.
Well, you're
The
right.
new look Iowa.
They're going to
offense?
score 3 points next game and win 3-0.
Kirk Ferentz is going to be back at the helm.
Yeah.
All right, number 5, Michigan.
Mhm.
4, USC.
Then Oregon, then Ohio State.
Well, there's
3,
teams.
Oregon.
Oh,
Penn State, number 2,
Ohio State.
and Ohio State.
Mm.
Michigan got a tough game this week.
Yeah,
they
they
have
do.
a really tough game.
They are going to lose.
Yeah, they got Texas coming into the big house. So, that's going to be and I listen to Sirius Radio a lot. And they have a college football station. And I listen to Shamar Moore say, it's not that he's going to have the same tradition. They're just going to do things a lot different, play a lot different.
Well, and Davis Warren got the start over Alex Orji. I think that was a surprise to some, and wasn't great in his debut. 15 of 25 for 118 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. They were basically a tight end offense. Colston Loveland, who comes in as the an All-American at tight end, had 8 catches for 87 yards. Their next leading receiver, Tyler Morris, 3 catches for 15 yards. So it's
Who does Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan
Focused on running the ball.
A lot of struggles with Fresno. And their running game was, again, the offensive line wasn't great.
Yeah.
34 carries, 148 yards, 4.4 yards a carry, fine, no touchdowns. So yeah, they're gonna have to get significantly better, I think, to beat Michigan or to beat Texas next week.
They're not going to beat Texas next week.
All right, I got the
Texas was able to get the Arch Manning in the game.
Yeah.
Now ESPN does this after every week, so this is their chances to make the college playoffs according to ESPN FPI through week 1.
Okay.
I'm just going to start with Nebraska, which was a 5% chance last week. They're up 3.6 points.
Oh, my goodness.
8.6
There you go.
chances. And
UTEP was holding us back
So
3
you're-
percentage
You're
chances.
telling me there's a chance. If they beat Colorado, do they get above 12%?
I doubt it because Colorado's only 4.8%. So
Oh.
Well, if you gain 3 percentage points for UTEP,
UTEP.
you should probably gain
Do you
4.
take the percentage from the other
Yeah,
team?
suck it out of them.
So you have 8, they have 4. You take the 4. If they beat you, they take the 8. That's how that works.
I
right?
think we bump up because we have to bump up past Maryland. It has them 11.7%.
Shout out to the Terps.
And Iowa with a 10.3%.
Iowa has a better chance of making the playoff than Nebraska does. That's not even or at least they. I don't now with Dylan Raiola. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know. Sorry, true freshman quarterback. Things
are
different
What
now.
else games did I watch? Northwestern, man. Did you see the stadium?
It looks nice.
It looks nice, but you only have 15,000 people
Little
there.
temporary stadium.
Yeah.
On the water.
That should be
had
their
a
permanent
great view,
stadium.
though. Great view.
Oh yeah.
They should always play there, except for when it starts getting windy and cold. That's gonna suck.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Ohio State. Another
Struggled with Akron early.
Another Marvin Harrison the third, whatever.
Harrison Jr.?
Yeah, the type receiver they have in Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, they just load up on receivers year after year. Ohio State, I don't want to offend any other schools, but might be wide receiver U. The amount of wide receivers that they're able to put into the NFL, and the amount of wide receivers that they have that are just ridiculous on their roster year after year is crazy. Having that 5-star Jeremiah Smith, I believe, is the number 1 player in the country or somewhere like that.
He was.
Having
overall.
him on your roster and him being able to play immediately at a skill position, I think that it's a little easier to find the field as a true freshman than it is in the trenches. But having him on the field early and having him do what he did as a true freshman, I mean, that's just another feather in the cap of Ryan Day and the Ohio State Buckeyes.
6 catches, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Outshining Emeka Egbuka, who's supposed to be an All-American.
Yeah.
4 catches, 51 yards. I'm going to say he isn't, but Jeremiah Smith kind of got the headlines there. For what it's worth, too, following Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson, 13 carries for Judkins for 55 yards. Henderson, 8 carries for 65.
Yeah, good match. Good compliment to each other.
Two-head monster.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck when you have to go up to Ohio State.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a tough match.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk some more college football, and we'll tell you the new leader of the Pick 11 that we picked over the weekend. And guess what? The captain ain't winning no more.
Great job, Bach. Great job, Bach.
As you can tell, Terrell's so excited. It's probably me, right?
It's probably
Bach. I just don't want the captain to win.
You did great, Bach.
Yeah, good job, Bach. 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Experience a cleaner tomorrow with Niederhaus Refuse. Whether it's weekly residential pickups, large-scale commercial disposals, recycling, or roll-off, Niederhaus's team is here with reliable, efficient service and the most advanced solutions. Discover the difference that a committed and experienced waste management company can make. Niederhaus Refuse has been in business for over 100 years and is family-owned and operated since 1921. Call Niederhaus Refuse at 402-475-8361 and visit their website at nbrefuselincoln.com to learn more or sign up for your service today.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Have you ever gotten a car deal so good that you can brag about for decades? This is that deal. The government has given us a $4,000 instant credit on vehicles already at the historically lowest prices. Cars that were over $50,000 just 2 years ago are now selling below $20,000. See the deals here and drive away the car of your dreams at a price you never thought possible. Go to 4000off.com, 400off.com to learn more.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Oh, Kansas.
Here we go. Second half today.
You just don't stop giving, do you?
Green flag, we're underway.
The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 4 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs.
Goddamn drive.
Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 27th through the 29th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zip line gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7, the fastest 2 hours in radio. We got a special guest who just popped in here who want to talk a little football. But first, before you start your little rant about the game, Bob, what we're going to talk about this one, Bob? What I said we was going to talk about, Bob?
Oh, maybe some updatings on the pick'em contest.
Yeah, let's update the pick'em, Bob.
You're up 1. So what? Don't gloat.
Drill had a good weekend.
It's a long season.
9-1.
Good job.
9-1.
I gave you 2.
You didn't give me anything.
Yeah, I could have picked Georgia, but I don't like Georgia.
Well,
I went against Georgia because it's you.
I don't like LSU because it's you.
It doesn't matter what you like.
Yeah, it does because I'm winning right now. Right now, I have the mic because losers don't speak to me.
It's not.
Period.
You can say what you want,
know?
but you're 9-2. I'm 8-3. He's 7-4.
Yeah. We got one game tonight.
We're going to week 2.
One game tonight.
Stop gloating.
But you was gloating about your 1-0 lead.
No, I was 3-0, by the way.
No.
3-0.
After Thursday.
Yeah, 3-0. Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm undefeated, which I should have went 9-1 as well.
Well, yeah.
Because the only game that I picked wrong was LSU USC.
Notre Dame.
And you picked Mickey to get the win, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
What was the score? The only reason why that didn't count, did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
what are you talking
I thought
about?
That was a bonus game. I thought we were just.
Yeah, it's a bonus game.
Dang it. Okay, I'll take that one on the chin. No problem.
I think they lost a similar way that Nebraska, 40-10 to Louisiana. Of course, they were playing up.
Yeah, they're playing way up. Yeah. So, man, again, you got to play up to know what it feels like to play against a good team. Period. Well, and by the way, the Greeks built the Trojan horse.
Oh, there you go.
Not the Romans. I'm listening.
All right. Hey, it's on you. I want you to, we talked about the game. We broke down some stuff. I want to hear your thing about the game Saturday that we was at.
Here's my takeaway from the game. I told you offense would look like they look, right? And I think they can get better and look better. Running backs, let me start there. 21 is your starter, to me. I think they all look good. But to me, 21 is the starter. If you look at the stats and his runs, all we can go off of is the runs that they had. So I like the running back by committee, kind of. I think 4, it's a little crowded, but it keeps them healthy. So I'm not as mad at that. When you get into the game, I thought Dell looked good until he fumbled.
Yeah, he was on pace for 100 yards. I mean,
but they lost faith in him after he fumbled.
I wouldn't call it faith, because if you look at that hit, that's a perfect helmet on ball.
I got a shot at that. I was in that end zone.
You know, that's a perfect tackle. You can't ask for anything else to that. I mean, I
gotta
know.
Hold on to, look at
but
USC's running backs. This is the thing. USC's running backs, when they went into contact, they covered up.
Yeah.
You can't go into contact knowing it's guy getting ready to collision you and only have your hand on one side of that ball.
Well,
you got to cover that thing. You got to roll it,
that helmet,
cover it.
That helmet did a very good job.
Roll it, cover it.
Well, if you roll it, that helmet hits your forearm.
No. Roll it here, cover it. You're low, so all this stuff is going to be here and here. It's not going to hit the ball because I got it covered. I put my hand over it. Now you can't do anything but tackle. And so I thought they all looked the part. 22 when he got into the end zone.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Gabe Urban.
Let's act like you've been there. I know you want to be excited. Throw the ball back to the ref. Act like you've been there, because to me, when you get in on the goal line and all you got is a 3 or 5 yard run, you really ain't do anything to set the drive up. You should go take the ball to the guy who set the drive up and give it to him. You shouldn't be able to go and steal the thunder from the guy that just ran a 40-yard run, and then we're going to put Gabe Irvin in the game. And listen, it is what it is. I think if you're running by committee, you're running by committee. But
I think he's their short yardage back. I think that was, at least in this game.
I get that, because we're going to more of an NFL mindset. I get that part. But I'm saying, if you're going to put a fullback in the game, any running back can run behind the fullback. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he didn't really get touched until he was almost in the end zone.
No.
So all I'm simply saying is, if this system will work and keep guys healthy and fresh, I think it's a good thing. I think what you're going to run into, though, when you start playing the teams that we're getting ready to start playing, I think it might be a little bit different. And again, guys, this is UTEP. It's UTEP.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's not get excited. It's UTEP. Now, we beat Colorado like that. Let's get excited. I think you was talking about your rankings based on what I saw. And again, I'm not even going to say that, because if I say it, then it's on record. I'm not going to say that. But I do say, if we beat Colorado, there's some reckoning. And I think that pecking order of Ohio State, who'd you have next? USC?
I didn't have it.
Right, whoever. Who had it? Penn State next?
Yeah. Oregon.
And then who? USC?
I think USC, then Michigan.
Yeah, I think we're better than Michigan, based on what I saw.
Well, you know, they got a hell of a game this weekend.
They're about to get crushed.
Well, if they escape that one, you can count them in.
Bro. And to be fair to Michigan, too,
they about to get crushed.
To a degree, is that they played a 9-4 Fresno State team. So maybe it was a little, but yeah, their offensive line, they did not look like traditional Harbaugh Michigan.
Did you see Texas?
Yeah. Arch.
That's a monster.
Arch.
No.
Did you see
Arch
man?
came in at the end of the deal.
They end of the deal is better than our real deal, probably. So you gotta,
But 15, I told you all season, 15 is phenomenal. 15 is the reason for the season. He is what, to me, when I'm watching the third team play into the fourth quarter, you asked me what I thought. And Dylan Raiola is the first to go out there and greet those lesser guys. I got to take my hat off to him. That's leadership.
We did the same thing when our guys used to get in the game.
That's called 30 years ago. Sir.
That's called a teammate.
Yeah, but we haven't seen that level of teammate around here since then.
Yeah, been
Okay?
losing.
All right. So even in losing or winning, teammates are still teammates.
Yeah.
You still love when you get beat up, you pick your guys up. When you win, you walk with your head held high.
Yeah.
So and here's what I say. Going off the field at the end of the game, I kind of, of course, natural. I ran into Coach Rule on his way out. And this is what made me say we might be turning the corner. Because when Coach says to me, we played almost everybody. We got the backups in the game. It wasn't even about the game. I was more excited about the game and the way we played. And that's the first real blowout we've had. Coach was more excited that he got the youngsters in the game like we used to.
That's what it's all about. And I tell you what, when these guys got in, I didn't even know who some of these guys' names were. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Especially when Ramir Stewart caught the interception. I never heard of him.
Yeah. I have. That's a high school phenom, right?
Well, he was getting good credit coming in out of camp that he was pushing.
Where's he
for some
from?
time. I had to look that up.
I want to tell you East Coast.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. That's,
New Jersey?
Yeah, I thought Jersey. I thought this was it. And maybe that kid moved back, but Bach will tell us here in a minute. I thought that I told y'all, Malcolm Hartsgrove. Malcolm is going to be the X factor. Why you say that? Express yourself, sir. What? He's going to have to play. He's going to have to play big in order for us to stop that Colorado offense.
Yeah, I mean, because they got three, and you say this about Jimmy Horn Jr. because he's not even the number 2 receiver. He's like the 3rd or 4th receiver. So the other 2 guys didn't even really catch the ball like this. And this is going to be a deep threat game. This whole game is going to be about, can Colorado catch the deep ball? Can they catch us slipping? Can Travis Hunter do what he did last week? Can Tommy Hill cover Travis Hunter? That's the main thing.
Well, yeah,
you're not gonna put a 5'7" Malcolm Hargrove on a 6'3" Travis Hunter. You don't want to
6'3".
Yeah,
no,
6'2". You don't want to do that.
Yeah, but you got to double him. You got to figure out a way to have a guy underneath and a guy over the top. You got
2 speed. You got like 3 speed guys.
It doesn't matter. Those guys up
you got to
front
bracket them.
Are going to have to get after Shador and get the ball out of his hand.
You're going to have to bracket them
early and often. Listen, 93.7. It's the Captain Show, and I'm in the building. I'm gonna tell you my bat story and why I'm late when we get back off the break.
The champ is here.
No, I don't know, man.
The champ is here.
I almost got a little scary a little bit.
The champ is here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
No, I'm talking about me. The champ is here.
Whatever. Faster 2 hours in radio. We'll be right back.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker concrete, and Beatrice concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and Truck Month is back. We have absolutely gigantic savings right now at Coppell. They are offering $12,500 off on select new pickups. That is not a mistake. You heard right. $12,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G35609. Must trade.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Fall is the perfect time to work on outdoor projects. Whether you plan to install a fence or add shrubs to your landscape, don't risk an injury by hitting a buried power line. Always call 811 before you dig.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raising Cane's, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Happy Labor Day, ladies and gentlemen. All you people that are off, why 93.7 The Ticket? We're working. We're on the airways. The captain will be in the building. I'll be with Adam Carricker. I don't know. I might even ride out on the happy hour with Rico and Bach. Look, he said no. Rico said no. You're not having me, Rico? There's no happy hour.
There's a surprise show today. Yeah, we're getting a bit of a surprise today.
Oh, what's the surprise?
Well, we can't ruin the surprise
Why?
right now. Yeah. You got to tune in at, what, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, but I might be here
1
for
o'clock,
the
maybe?
surprise. What are you talking about? You can't boot me. Why would you guys boot me? That's not cool. I'm just kidding. Okay. Rico says it's not me booting you, VJ. It's somebody else. Let me just say this real quick, Lincoln. Omaha. If you're running around on fictitious in transits and then perpetrating a fraud as if you bought a car from me, I know which car I sold. So thank for Officer Nelson just happened to be outside, just, writing up whatever he was writing up. And I happened to see him. There was a car outside with one of my tags on it that I know I didn't sell. So I'll just tell you, if you're running around with fictitious in transits and other people's dealer tags on your car, you're going to jail. You are going to jail.
He parked in front of the wrong workplace.
Oh,
today.
man, he's going to jail. You shouldn't have never parked in front of here. I don't even know what that was. Ironic. How would somebody with my dealer plate be parked inside in front of the ticket?
Yeah.
Where I work.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're going to have a pleasant surprise, even if they might just tow your car. So don't do that. It's embarrassing. Anyway, I was telling you about the offense because I thought offensively we look good. I did. But again, we played UTEP. So it was a glorified scrimmage that was masked as a game. And I'm good with that because I thought we looked good all across the board. Here is where it's going to look a little different. We got to get our tight ends involved. And I know we target Fedoni, it said 5 times, but he had 3 catches for 1 yard. That's not going to do it. And I thought he had more than that, though. That one catch he had, he had to get back to the line of scrimmage to make something out of nothing. Right? The one that he ran a little bit.
Yeah, his stat is funny because the stat line is 5 targets, 3 catches, 1 yard, 9 yards after the catch, along of.
So that means he just had
2.
a couple of times where he caught the ball
behind the line.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is you're going to have to use your tight end against Colorado. You can't have, if you look at we're not counting Barney as a tight end, are we?
Bonner, no.
I mean Bonner. We're not counting him as a tight end. So then you can't count Carter Nelson. I thought Carter Nelson looked good too.
Yeah.
After the catch, homeboy's gonna be a phenom.
Oh yeah.
But Luke Lindenmeyer, right?
Yep.
Lindenmeyer. And who else? Nate Borkapcher.
You got a target, nothing. Yeah.
So you got 4 catches for how many yards for the tight ends? I can't see my eyes. I got the wrong
13
glasses
yards.
on. Okay, that's not gonna get it done. So, but everywhere else it was nice. But I'm just saying, you got to look at where you were weak at to make sure that's a strength of yours now.
Well, let me ask you this because it is interesting as a tight end, and they had different formations, but this was primarily a shotgun offense, and they had their wide receivers out there again. Shotgun, we see it all across college football, NFL. Tight end can have a heavy presence, but do you think it'll be a little bit less of a presence than an offense similar to last year, more of a pro style?
Nah, well, I think we're taking what they're giving us, and so it is a pro style type of approach. But there was a couple of times we got underneath the center. We put a fullback in the game.
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 tight end sets. So I think it's a great look. I'm just simply saying that the tight end is going to have to be more involved to beat Colorado because they're going to try to take you. You got to think they're going to try to take Barney away, or not Barney, but they're going to take 18 away. They're going to take 4 away. They're going to try to anyway. They're going to try to have somebody else beat them. Well, it's going to have to be the tight end. If they don't, more power to us. But if they do, we got to be ready to go and we got to be ready to deliver. And 3 catches, 12 yards out of our tight end room is not good production at all. So offensively, I would if I was giving out grades, I thought offensively I would give us a B+. I thought we did everything we were supposed to do for the most part, with the exception of get the ball to the tight end in a big way, in a major way. Defensively, did you know we scored 33 unanswered, right?
Yeah.
Do you know after that 7 points, we shut them out?
Yeah.
I thought that was impressive. The backups that came into the game, I thought, okay, we got more backups than we thought we had. We had some guys playing that I didn't even know who, like Terrell said, who the heck was that?
A lot of strange numbers out there.
Well, here's what a lot of people are not paying attention to. There was a guy that went back to tight end. Did you pay attention to that? There's a guy that he came in as a tight end. They moved him to defensive end, and now he's back at tight end where I think he belongs anyway. Come on. You didn't even notice.
I didn't even notice.
Wow. He's from Omaha. I ain't going to give it to you. He's from Omaha. Last name starts with an R. Come on, Baki. Rollins.
Rollins. Okay.
Rollins went back to tight end and was getting some good time. I mean, the guy is 6'6", a behemoth. Didn't get a target, but went back to tight end. And I thought that was huge. That really makes that tight end room look good. But I thought defensively, I thought we played well. I was telling you that Malcolm Harsgrove, you can say what you want to, but the kid got a pick. And that's big based on what happened last year. Did he even have a pick last year? If he did, he only had 1.
Yeah, not too many.
Okay. My show's over already?
Yeah, we got to make way for Carricker.
Oh, yeah, I'm on with Adam Carricker. Y'all stay tuned. It should get interesting. But we will definitely recap again tomorrow, and then we'll start our Colorado look. We got to do our blueprint. We got to figure out, how do we beat Colorado? Is there a way to beat Colorado? I think so. But guys, don't get so amped up that we're going to blow Colorado out. It could be a shootout. I don't think we blow Colorado out. I think we beat them. We don't blow them out. But we got to contain their big 3. And I think we the rest can control itself. I think you give Dylan Raiola an opportunity to win, and he'll win. Can we stop Primetime Junior in the Colorado Snuffalows? What do you got? Are you riding out with Carricker?
Yeah, I'll be right here.
Okay, well, we'll be back. Hey, 93.7, it's the Captain Show. Hour number 3. Coming up with the big fella, Adam Carricker, in the building, live with the Captain. We'll see you in a minute.
Yeah. It'll never be the same.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible